All right.
Turn
Yeah,
this up.
we're recording. All
What's
right.
going on?
What's going on, everybody? This is the Breaking Structure Podcast. Uh,
Yes, sir.
Unstructured Conversations, Broken Traditions is our collab podcast that we do once a week. And we're going to just talk about things. We kind of blended our pages together or our channels together, and we're going to just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you guys just coming in, give us the 5-star ratings on whatever podcast platform you're listening to, and tell your friends about this and share with everybody you know that's in your phone book. Like whoever's on your phone, send it to everybody.
Send it to your boss. Send it to your pastor. Send
Everybody,
it to
yeah.
your send it to your rabbi, your
Everybody, yeah.
imam, all of them.
All of them,
Not
yeah.
just your imam Shumpert. Send it to him too.
Yeah, send
All
it to
of them.
everybody. Send it to everybody. So we all, so this could get spread like wildfire, right? So how was your week?
It was alright, man. It was slow. It was slow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do much. You know what I mean? I finally started getting some ideas for kids Christmas gifts.
Okay.
Um, so been working on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, was that this week or last week? I think it was this week. I went to the doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, on the 7th, I went to the doctor. All my blood work came back clean, pretty much.
That's good. That's good.
Um, they, they might have me. Oh, hold on with that. Hold on with that though. They had to
Oh.
switch up my magnesium. My magnesium was low, so they said they gave me some new pills for that. They was like, if it's still low, they're gonna have to admit me again,
Oh.
just
So yeah.
for infusion. So probably like I go for a quick IV and come out, but who knows? Once you in there, they got you. It's like jail, but
Yeah.
not like jail.
Exactly. Not like jail.
Hey, not like jail at all. Speaking of jail,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you this. It was a conversation. It wasn't my conversation, but I'm just gonna break down what happened, and then I want to get your opinion on this. Right?
Right.
All right. So the homie's locked up. He had a fight. So he's on probation. He got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he had a fight with his on probation. So he's talking about the situation. He's like, yo, my man though, he ain't got no bars. What you think of that?
Hey, what?
He ain't got no bars.
What you mean no bars?
That's what I'm asking you. What you think he meant by that?
He can't rap?
See, that's what people think. So when I heard the conversation about what it was about,
Mm-hmm.
I'm on probation and he's on probation. He ain't got no bars. He ain't get no jail bars.
Okay.
My mind first went to rap.
Yeah.
Another person that was in the conversation, they went to cell phones. It's crazy wild. I'm like, yo, you're right. I was like, that's why I didn't want to tell you about it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to. Because if I'd have told you, you would have known.
I mean, I was thinking jail as well. Like maybe they was talking about jail because you on probation and you're not
And
behind no bars. So
Yeah.
you kind of in the system, but you're not behind the bars. So I do get that.
They were
But
both on probation when the fight happened.
okay,
So it's like, like you ain't got no bars. I don't
now
know
the
what
first
to
thing
do
I
with that.
definitely thought was rap for some reason. Like, all right, maybe they just talking
That's
about some rapping, the
that's the
rapping
first thing
dude.
that popped in my head, but I didn't say it out loud.
Yeah,
Well, that was funny to me.
yeah.
But it was I mean, other than that, I just been watching a whole lot of TV. I watched that Halle Berry joint on Netflix.
What do you think about it?
It was about what you expected it to be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad. It wasn't something I would watch a bunch of times. But the craziest thing about it to me was I had no idea that was Halle Berry till like the end of the movie.
Really?
I didn't know it was her. I didn't know it was her.
I guess because she was like not made up and kind of more homely looking. You know what I mean? She just looked regular.
No, she still looked like Halle Berry. Like her face was busted up with with the black eyes and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it was something she did, and I was like, oh, that's Halle Berry. I did not know it was her.
Wow. So you just clicked the
And
movie and didn't know who it was.
yeah, I just clicked the movie because I was looking for something to watch.
Mm. No,
And
I
then
seen it. I seen it last week. It's pretty good. I liked it.
yeah,
I
it was
went.
a good movie.
I wouldn't watch it again, but
That's what I'm saying about it.
yeah,
Like it ain't that.
yeah. I wouldn't recommend somebody to go. Yeah, yo, make sure you go check out what is it called?
Bruised.
Bruised, yeah. I mean, I'll tell somebody to watch it, but I wouldn't watch it again. Like, say somebody like, "Oh, come watch this with me." I'm like, I'm good. I'm not watching that with you.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna put myself in that situation to watch it again.
Yeah.
Uh,
Any movie when you get to see Holly's berries, it's good to me.
you can just go to that part.
Yeah.
It was a line in that movie because I don't know if you noticed, but every song I guess that was played throughout the movie was from a female rapper, or a woman rapper. Right?
I didn't really pick up on it, but
Yeah, I did.
it kind of it was something similar. It was something familiar about the music, but I didn't
Yeah,
know it was always drive and strive and try to be better and can't
yeah,
keep me down. It was always that type of song.
yeah. But they had Young M.A.
Yeah,
She
okay, I heard that one. She killed it.
she said a line in it that threw me off. She said,
I think I know which line it was, but I can't remember what she said.
"All right, because you know Young M.A. is a woman, right?"
But she was talking some man stuff,
Yeah,
like
she said.
in the line. Yeah,
Yeah, she said, I'll put this dick." I think she said, "I'll put this dick deep down to your soul." And I'm like, "What dick you like?"
it was something like that. Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
like yeah, I remember she said something. I knew it was some man stuff.
yeah. And I was like, I don't know. That's weird to me. He said, "I'm putting this dick deep down to your soul." Like you're not born with a dick unless you got a transplant or something like that. But
Well, I mean, at the same time, when I used to work at the school bus company,
yeah,
there was a woman there. I don't know what she identifies as, but she never said she never claimed to not be a woman.
mm-hmm.
Then she said stripping down. She's like, I don't feel right if I don't have a strap on under my pants.
Wow.
She actually said that. I was like, hey, I wouldn't feel right without mine either. But what else am I supposed to say?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. Sometimes the conversations could go real left, real quick.
Depends on who you're talking to. Some people just open like that.
Yeah, some people aren't. That's the thing. So I'll just leave it alone because I don't know what the conversation's going to go as or what the people going to say. And I don't know.
Oh, we wasn't even talking about that. That's what's so crazy about it.
No, she
But you
just
know
came.
what? The conversation is unstructured.
Yeah. So she just came up with it.
I don't remember what we were talking about specifically, but that did come up in the conversation. It wasn't just me in the conversation either. It was a few people talking at the time.
mm,
And yeah, it's just one of those things, man. People do what they do.
yeah.
Oh, and I watched the Sandra Bullock movie.
She got a new
Um,
movie.
yeah, she got a new movie, Unforgivable. You know, it was her man, Orpheus. They was in a mall or something eating Chick-fil-A. You
That's what
remember Unforgivable?
that's what the movie's
No,
about.
no, that's Unforgivable.
What?
You remember the little shorts we used to watch,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Unforgivable?
That's what I thought about when you first said it from YouTube.
Nah, her movie's about she was in jail for murder,
Mm-hmm.
and you know she was just trying to go back and see her sister, and everywhere she go, they you know saying they find out she killed a cop, and you know she was just trying to move on with her life, and everybody was basically like jumping down her throat,
Mm,
just dead on her at every turn.
mm.
So that's what that was. It was again it was what you expected it to be.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I watched this week really was Law and Order. I don't know.
Oh man.
I'm a rare person that keeps up with like the timeline and the episodes, and I watch new episodes of Law and Order. I watch new episodes of only SVU, and they have a spinoff now.
Oh, one with Stabler.
Yeah, I watch that too, so I keep up with that. And
With that organized crime, I think, right?
yeah, and now they kind of intertwine SVU with organized crime. So what's going on in organized crime is going on in SVU, and they have characters from both shows in each other's episodes.
Wow.
Yes.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there, of course.
I don't know.
Tutuola, Detective Tutuola.
Tutuola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually,
He stayed playing a cop.
yeah. So look, check this out.
The dude that made Cop Killer.
That's how you good at it. So check this out. I got a good segue. So Ice-T's son in the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ice-T is black, and on the show he got a gay black son.
Okay.
and his gay black son on the show got beat up, right?
Got what?
Beat up
Okay.
like a hate crime.
Yeah, like Jussie Smollett didn't do.
Yeah, so this segue to Jussie Smollett off of that.
I wasn't even thinking you was gonna do that. I was just saying. Oh, I'm laughing at the segue and I'm laughing at that clown.
Jussie,
Yeah.
you think he all right?
Are we allowed to call him the F word for that?
Nah, man. Nah, I'm not calling nobody the F word. You know what's crazy? I got another.
All right, then he's a pussy. How about that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, whatever.
So I got a story about the F word later on after this. You know what I'm saying? But so what's your thoughts about what should be done to Jussie?
What should be done to him?
Yeah, after he's found guilty of 5 or 6 charges. Should there be any jail time? Should it just be penalties? Should it just be fines?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
should never went to trial. It was just stupid. It was stupid. Police got embarrassed, though. They had to make an example of him.
Yeah. I think it should have went to trial, in my opinion, because I think the example is needed to be had. Like, all right, there are racial tensions in this country. All this stuff is going on. So now you want to make something up just for attention.
I mean, the first time it's happened.
Huh?
Didn't some girl do that?
No, it's not the first time, but I think that it should be now. I guess damn, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess not a format, or it should be like an example of like, all right, this is what happened when you do this now. So I don't care if you're white or black. If you're making up crimes, there's going to be the template of what could be done to you. Like, all right, you made up a crime, you went through this whole thing, now you got to go to jail. You should go to jail for the time the person would have got for what you said got done to you. In my opinion, just put it out there.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, we always talk about, people always talk about Karens, like, oh, look at this Karen making up this stuff. It's the same boat. And this should be the same thing. Like, all right, you were Karen. This dude is a black Karen, right? He made up a whole story saying that that's actually worse than Karen. To me, that's worse than Karen.
Karen is not really making up stories. Karen is just scared to death of black people.
Yeah, or just people in general. No, just people in general, yeah.
Karen is entitled. He's just an attention hound. It's a little different.
I think in my opinion, it's something, I think it was something to do with drugs or like, because you can't make something up that much and run with it for this long and not be on something.
Yeah, you could.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you could. People, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think you had something in your system for you to go through that.
You gotta understand, this is a man that's in character most of the time.
Yeah.
Whenever he's in public, he's in character.
Yeah.
Whether it's his R&B thing he's doing. I mean, you see what you see on stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know Beyonce.
Yeah.
You see what she does and says in interviews, or what she does on stage, or what she presents to you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know her. You say the same thing. You can say the same thing for Michael Jordan, LeBron James, President Biden, President Trump. I don't know. All accounts, he is pretty much what he is. But you know what I'm saying? These people you see in the public eye, they're always in character. So you're an actor,
yeah,
and you're a performer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can carry that character the rest of your life. I heard stories about the Undertaker wouldn't go out in public unless he was dressed as the Undertaker, so he wouldn't confuse little kids like he Santa Claus.
Wow.
So yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, you're right. Or even like what's his man name? Ultimate Warrior. How he
changed
his name legally to the Ultimate Warrior.
I think it's funny. What do you think about Enes Kanter Freedom?
I think it's funny. I was watching the Celtics game and I was telling Jamari about it because he didn't know what was going on with Enes Kanter. It's crazy. Jamari didn't know what was going on with Jussie Smollett either, but he didn't know.
Jamari didn't know how to tell time on an analog clock. He's a kid.
Yeah. What they got to do with?
I'm just saying he's not watching that.
Yeah.
He's not interested in that.
Yeah.
It's good that he don't know about it because it's not something he need to be concerned with. Not something we should be concerned with.
No, I'm not really concerned with it. But Enes Kanter freedom, I think that I'm enjoying what he's doing, and I get what he's doing. But at the same time, I think it's gonna fall on. It's gonna fall on deaf ears. It's like, yeah, you could say China is doing this and China is doing that, but the NBA is not going to change their ways because of one player saying that, China is so corrupt and you guys are in business and doing stuff with China. They don't care.
No, they don't. I find it amusing, like what's going on right now. Um, like we was over in Afghanistan for 20 years
Mhm.
for whatever reason.
Mhm.
I don't know why we was there. You know what I'm saying? They could say, oh, because of the Twin Towers or the terrorists,
Mhm.
but no, no actual country sent military to hit us. World War II, Japan sent their military, their air force to hit us.
Yeah.
That was a state sanctioned attack. Um, so they say, well, we got to we got to give them freedom and teach them right and this, that, and the third. So we'll go there and go to war with Afghanistan. Meanwhile, we beefing with Russia over Ukraine. I don't know what Ukraine got. Well, there was some stuff going on with Biden supposedly too, but
Yeah.
ain't nobody fucking with China.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody fucking with China. Ain't nobody fucking with China. China got slaves. China will disappear you. But you know what
Yeah.
else China got? All the money. Ain't nobody
Yep.
fucking with China.
Nope.
So, no, ain't nobody gonna listen to Enes Kanter about China because ain't nobody fucking with it. They still having the Olympics in Beijing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no World War II. We not gonna boycott that shit.
Nope.
Ain't nobody give a fuck about China. China, China own us.
Yeah.
They like Aaron Rodgers at the Bears.
It's
I own
crazy.
you.
I saw. I really realized how bad China ownership is of us or the U.S. Just the world basically because it's such a world power.
Yeah.
I remember I was at a Memorial Day parade back in Freeport, and they gave us flags, American
Made in
flags,
China.
right? And it said "Made in China" on the American flag. I said, "Damn, that's kind of heartbreaking."
Is it?
Cause you're like, damn, you got your country's flag, but on your country flag it says "Made in China." To me, that's messed up. Like, where's the pride of your country? Like, you can't even manufacture your own flag to give out to people.
No, we can manufacture it.
It's just gonna be more money. Like, but it's still like I would rather have an American flag that says "Made in USA" than have an American flag that says "Made in China."
I respect that.
Yeah,
But they own us. So what difference does it make where it's made? It's still theirs.
I'm just saying out of pride. Like, this is the country we in. Like, I want to be prideful of the country. I got my American flag to wave at this thing, and it says "Made in China." I'm like, this is weak, yo. This is weak.
It is. But so is the dollar.
Yeah.
That's why gas prices are so high.
Damn, man.
I'm laughing about that too.
For me to fill my truck up, it's oh man, like $95 now. It's because take diesel. $95.
Okay. I used to take regular unleaded. You gotta remember when I had my Escalade, gas was over $4 a gallon.
Yeah, you had your
Well over
Escalade
$4.
in the Bush era.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got it. I got that the same, like right around the time I picked it up when the Black album like first came out. Because I
Hmm.
remember that was the first CD I put in there when I got it. And and it was costing me like because I don't know why I did it, but I would do it because I wasn't really going nowhere except back and forth to work.
Yeah.
So I ran out of gas a couple times. I ain't going front. Like once or twice I did. I ran out of ran out of gas right in front of the crib. I was like, all right, I got enough. I'll make it one more day. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yo,
crazy.
I would go to the gas station because I would always go to the gas station from work.
Yeah.
And then like if I'm working a double or something, I'm not trying to go get gas. I'm going home.
Hmm.
So anyway, yeah, it used to cost on average it was over 100. I think the most I spent was $1.30.
And that was per week?
Nah, about a week and a half. Because I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
going nowhere.
Yeah.
I wasn't really going nowhere, but it was like, the tank was that big. It was like a 30-gallon or a 25-gallon tank.
Yeah.
So you talking regular unleaded. Man, it's
I
hard out here in
remember
the boulevard.
when I was in LA a couple of years ago. We had a damn, what we had? We had a Tahoe. We had a
Mm-hmm.
Tahoe that we rented, and we couldn't fill it up because gas was so high in LA. I think the gas is like a good close to $5 a gallon, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a cap of how much you could put in your car, like as far as it'll stop. So we go on E, we try to fill up, it'll stop like around. Damn, what
What, in
was that?
California?
I guess in California or maybe the credit card that we were using. I don't know. It was just a
Oh.
cap where it would stop. So it
Oh,
stopped.
you had a gas card?
No, I had did I have a gas card? No, I had a regular like a Mastercard.
Oh, okay.
It was weird. I don't know if it was LA thing or whatever. It just stopped like at 120, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. It's like click, and that was it. No more gas.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the viewers from LA, but God don't want you there.
The
I
weather's
don't know what.
nice.
When it's nice, God don't want you there. I don't know why y'all don't get the hint. Like, it's a desert.
Yeah, it's a
First
desert. Yeah.
off, y'all to get. I don't know where y'all getting water from the mountains or something. You know what I'm saying? It's a desert. Um, it's earthquakes. You want a fault line. When it do rain, there's mudslides and floods. God is like, I don't want you here. Why are you still here? Damn.
You know what's
You
funny?
know why
Like
you know why it's always a drought though?
why?
You know why it's always because it's the fucking desert. It's gonna be a drought. Like, come on, man.
This crazy part about LA, when you talk to people in LA about their natural disasters, they act like it's so common. I'm like, all right, we from New York, we used to hurricanes, right? That's our natural disaster that we used to. I guess,
Yeah, but by the time they get to us, it ain't like Louisiana getting a hurricane or Gulf Coast getting a hurricane.
yeah. Or like even down here in Georgia, well, not Georgia, but yeah, in Georgia, the natural disasters are tornadoes,
Right.
right? But you talk to people in California, they act like their natural disasters are so regular.
Normal.
Yeah, they're like, I'm like, yo, I remember out there, that's when they had the fires, like really bad. Like,
Oh, that's another thing. He don't want you there.
yeah, so they had the fires. It was so bad. I remember driving on the side of on the parkway. I'm looking at the fire on the side of the parkway. I'm like, yo, I'm not supposed to be like you said. You ain't supposed to be there. I felt like that. Like, nah, this is not normal. And we start seeing like helicopters dropping
Water.
dropping water. I'm like, yo, this. I'm going back to the hotel. I'm not working in this, right? I'm going back to the hotel. And it was like, nah, this is regular. Like, I don't know why you guys are tripping. Like, people from California was weird that we was tripping out about this. Like, people from New Jersey and Atlanta and stuff like that, we was tripping out. Like, nah, this is not. I'm not working today. Like, I don't care what y'all tell me. I'm not working. I'm going back to the hotel. I don't think it's safe for me to be in the midst of a fire, trying to work on school buses. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. And they was acting like, nah, this is regular. This is regular. And I remember it was on the news heavy too. And I was right in the middle of LA. I was like, no way, yo. No way.
Uh,
Like, LA's
I can't
expensive
follow.
too. Like,
Yeah.
if my job wasn't paying for me to be there for a month, I don't understand. And the biggest flex in LA is having your own place. Almost everybody I met had a roommate in LA. So if you had your own place, you was doing it for real, for real.
That's wow.
Yeah. Then also in LA it was kind of crazy. So, we out there for a month. So me and my boy Devon, we went to the Slauson swap meet, whatever I think it's called. So we went to that.
Slossing.
Yeah, we went to that. And we was like, damn, we gotta get a haircut. Like, we was looking crazy because we out there for a month with no cut, no nothing, right? So we walking, we see this dude, crazy nice cut, right? We was like, yo, man, we want to press the dude, see where he got his hair cut from, because we don't know where to go, right?
Yeah.
So we said to the dude, like, yo, man, who cut your hair? Like, we out here, we out of town, whatever, we need to get cut. My man was like, oh, man, I got this at my grandmama's house, man. You gotta go to my grandmama's house, right? We was like, so he said, yo, hit my brother up and tell him that you need a cut. I'm like, what? Like, this is gonna be a story or we gonna get killed? Like, all right, let's just make this happen, right?
It's gonna be a story for you to tell. It's gonna be a story on the news.
Yeah.
Might not
So
even be out there.
So
Depending on where you was at.
we was like East LA, like not too far from Nipsey got killed.
Okay.
Yeah, so we hit the dude up, and we were like, "Yeah, we need a cut." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna give you the address." We pull up. It's one of the stereotypical West Coast houses, like the bars on there, the dogs out. I was like, "Yo, you ready for this?" He was like, "Yeah, my man." I was like,
One floor.
Yeah,
Right.
one floor. We go
Palm
inside.
tree.
We go inside. Like you said, it's my grandmama's house. So grandma is in there watching TV. She watching westerns on a regular TV, not even a flat screen joint, like the regular TV.
I know what you're talking
that's
about. I
that
know
big.
that.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
watching westerns on there. I was like, damn, they even got cable. Because if you got cable, you're not watching westerns, yo. You watching something else. So you watching over the air TV with the westerns. So we go there, and he gave us an ill cut. So we got a cut at grandmama's house in L.A.
Why not?
Yeah, just to say
Why
that
not?
and the cut was official. Then I went back to work the next day. Everybody was like, "Yo, where you get that cut from?" I was like, "Yeah, man." You know, I told the story. They was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, that was that, man." And what else happened in LA? We was out there for around Halloween.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so my friend Georgette, she was like, "Yo, let's go to this party." I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever." Like I didn't realize how much it cost to party in LA. So and it's Halloween. So she was like, "All right, I got a friend that's in there with a section." I'm like, "All right." So I'm thinking in my mind, all right, it's gonna be a few dudes in there. I'm only here with these two girls. And it's probably gonna be like at least 3 dudes in this one section. So I'm gonna be the 4th dude with 2 girls. It'll be 4-to-2 ratio. It's gonna look kind of whack, right? So I get there. So we finally get inside. It's just one dude in there. He got like 5 bottles by himself. Then now it's me, my 2 homegirls, and him. So I was like, all right, it's a 2-to-2 ratio. Then after that, he had some more girls come. So I was like, yeah, I look like the man because I'm just affiliated with this, like off of a friend of a friend type of thing. So I look like the man. I'm chilling. Then it's funny that I see this dude I know from New York out there, right? So we calling him. You know, it's a Halloween party, so everybody got costumes. But he had like his mask up at the time. And we calling him, he not answering. I'm like, why he not answering? Like, maybe it's not him because we in LA. He's from he's from Hempstead, and now he's in LA. So it's funny. So at the end of the night, I see him, and I was like, yo, I was calling you. You hear me? He was like, oh no, man. And then after that, Mark and Cody and them was flying down. I told him like, yo, y'all should come. You should all get up because everybody's coming up. Then I ain't seen them 2 dudes since till this day. Haven't seen them. But yeah,
Mark
man.
and Cody?
No. The 2 dudes I saw at the party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, yesterday was Mark's birthday. Mark turned to Big 4-0.
Yeah, I saw him on a joint with his nephew.
Yeah.
That's one of Trev's?
The little kid?
Yeah, riding a bike.
Oh, no. That's his sister child.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Big 4-0, huh? You right behind him.
Yeah. Because I think I'm like a year and a half younger than Mark. Because Mark is born later in the year. So, but he was like still 2 grades above me because, he just went to school like that. Which is weird because Mel and Mark's birthday is like a few days apart. Because Mel's birthday is on the 8th and Mark's birthday the 11th. But Mark
I saw Mel, man.
Yeah, huh?
I saw Mel.
You saw Mel?
I saw Mel. Yeah, I saw Mel at Lucky's.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. He's doing good. He said he's doing good.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
talk to
Mel. His family, man.
Yeah, I talk to Mel and Sean and stuff like that all the time.
I know people watching this like, who the hell is Mel and Sean?
Yeah, what up? I mean,
it is what it is. Those are the people in the neighborhood. Who are the people in your neighborhood? What's in your wallet?
Yo, there's another thing I wanted to bring up with us, man. The that trial that you was speaking about with the school shooting in Michigan.
Ethan Crumley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I see now the parents are being charged with some crime. I don't know the charges the parents are getting hit with.
Oh yeah, I did a video on it. They got charged with involuntary manslaughter. Wow. Yeah, involuntary manslaughter because of the way they you know what I'm saying, the way they basically facilitated, they made it so he could do that. Like they literally made it so he could do that. They bought him a gun. First it was like why the gun wasn't locked up. That was the first thing, when it first came out. It was like the gun wasn't exposed. But they bought him a gun for Christmas. It was a Black Friday gift. because the shooting happened right after Black Friday,
Okay.
and there was a thing where he was in class drawing pictures of shooting people and killing people and a murder, saying emojis of this, that, and the third, and the teacher seen it and called the mother,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "Oh, nah, nothing, leave him alone." You know what I'm saying? And so they basically didn't and there was a text between him and his mom. There was something about they saw him looking up stuff on murder and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and and his mom texted him something about LOL, you have to learn how not to get caught.
Mm.
So it was a lot going on with that, and it's like they feel like the parents made a situation where it was okay for him to do that. So yeah, they got charged with involuntary manslaughter because it was like they said they aided and abetted in the shooting. But the crazy part to me about it is that the kid, he's facing life without parole.
Damn.
The parents are facing up to 15 years,
Damn.
but he's 15 years old.
That's
So
I, I ain't gonna lie. For a 15-year-old to get life without parole, that's messed up.
it is messed up.
Cause it's like, all right, you say you put him in a correctional facility. You can't correct. If your thing is a correctional facility, you can't correct a 15-year-old. You're gonna lock him up for the rest of his life, and he can't even get out without. That's crazy. 15.
What make it worse to me personally? Now, like I said this in the video too. I'll say it again. For him to be 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? You would think, logically, you would think he knows right from wrong.
Yeah.
But if what they're saying is true about these parents, he might not know right from wrong because that's the way he was raised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in that case, I feel the parents should get more time than him. Just think about it. They're doing 15 years. They raised him for 15 years.
Yeah.
He is 15 years, and he's looking at what, maybe 50 at least.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, he's looking at probably about 50. If he make it to the first 20, he's probably looking at about 50.
Cause you say like you say he lived to 65 years old.
Yeah,
That's 50 years in jail.
yeah. And I was thinking, we got family too that got locked up for 40 and
Yeah.
like 18, 19. And I'm looking like that's double life.
Yeah.
In my mind, that's double life. If my life was 20 years, another 20 years is my entire life.
Yeah.
And then another 20 on top of that, that's double life.
Yep.
And that wasn't even a murder charge.
Yeah. No.
So, man, I don't understand the justice system.
Me neither.
But
But I don't. Oh man. So I wonder if it's going to become a slippery slope with the parents being charged with the child's crime. Will they start doing this for other crimes?
yeah, that's what made it like that just makes this all fascinating because this hasn't been done before.
Yeah. So like,
And
okay.
no, I know what you're about to say. I mean, like if somebody kid is just a badass kid, and
Yeah.
yes, but you gonna give an example or you
Yeah. And I'm
really
just saying,
going?
like, yes, I'll give an example. Like, like what's going on in, like, say Chicago, all the killings and stuff in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure those parents don't want their kids doing that, and the kids say, say you got a 15-year-old kid, he shoots somebody, kills somebody. Then after that, they come after the parent. Like the parent didn't raise that kid to be like that.
Yeah, but I think because this situation was so different because it was a school shooting, and and like I said, they gave him the gun. He's not even supposed to. He's not even supposed to have a
All
pistol.
right. So what about this then? So we have, say, like the kid in Texas that had a school shooting, right?
Uh-huh.
So say he do a school shooting and he killed, he did his school shooting, but he got out on bail. Should the parents get locked up for that too?
Did they give him a pistol?
I mean, I don't know
If
where it came
nothing else,
from.
if nothing else, the fact that they gave him a pistol as a minor, they gave him a semi-automatic pistol as a minor, that's against the law.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get time for that regardless. Now, involuntary manslaughter, that's saying a lot.
Yeah. But they probably gave him those type of charges, knowing
So
that
when
that's
they
not
give
going to
him,
stick.
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
possibility too.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game with them.
Yeah. Just like the Kyle Rittenhouse, the charges that was presented wouldn't stick. I think they charged Kyle Rittenhouse with like first degree murder, something like that. That's not going to stick.
No.
Yeah. So if they charge Kyle Rittenhouse with manslaughter, that
He
might
might
have
got
stick.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
he might have got time for that.
They might have stick. So they know what charges to put out there for him not to get convicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what makes a better headline?
Him not getting convicted.
Actually, you're right. That does make the bigger headline. But I mean, if you're the DA, I'm the
Yeah.
one. I fought for the best there is. I want to make sure that this never happens again. Obviously, that's never the issue
Mm-hmm.
because you can never make sure it's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to talk about your boys over there too at Fox about their tree, right?
Oh yeah.
So, um, you know what Fox is. You know what Fox is. You know what cable news is anyway.
Yeah.
But the way I don't like them. I don't like them. I mean, I don't even know how else to put it. Um, like I said, to me, most of it is usually a joke. So it's not because you'll look at some of the stuff that it's not even like they're reporting it, that they're promoting. It's just basically just straight up untrue. It's like straight up untrue.
Yeah.
It is. It's just that the candidates that they're giving a platform to them are saying things that are completely untrue, and they don't debase these lies.
Mm-hmm.
It's not them saying the lies. It's just like they just give these guys a place to say these lies.
Yeah.
But with this Christmas tree burning, these Fox's friends people, and I told you I never really watched Fox, but when I saw this on I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. Matter of fact, when I saw this, I was like, nah, I gotta see the real report. It's got to be bullshit. and when I saw the real report, I'm like, it's worse than that. I'm like, it's worse than that. Right? I sent you the thing about the Sandy Hook shooting.
Oh yeah, no. See, I wanted the Fox and Friends thing.
Okay, I can send that to you right now. But the crazy part about it to me was like, they were just talking about this guy. He goes up there, and that just shows how the city is going to hell. And you can still see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm on another screen. It's like, the city's going to hell, and we don't feel safe going home, and like all kind of recklessness they were talking, and it was just like on and just going on and on and on and on, right?
Yeah.
So my man, he's homeless, and he got out on bail for burning down their tree.
Okay.
And so what happened was then they come back on talking about, see, this is what the problem is. This guy can go around and commit all these crimes, and he needs to be punished to the fullest extent of the law. And it's because of bail reform and these Democrats, he's just walking free. And I'm like, that ain't got shit to do with this. It was one dude who probably was going through some Christmas shit because it's Christmas, right?
Yeah,
you got this tree in your face, and he burned it down.
It could be. That sounds more of a story than, more believable than just say, oh, somebody just burned down a tree, because yeah.
Because it ain't, like I said, they talking about it this is a symbol of America and freedom and Jesus and I'm not. These are really the words they're using. Right.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff, and it's like when they say Jesus and Hanukkah, it's a symbol of Jesus and Hanukkah. I'm like, I don't even know, where you going with this? And it's this tree, for the past few years, it's been a destination and a tourist attraction for people all over the world. I'm like, nah, that's your competitor. That's NBC, because that's Rockefeller Center.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to see the fake Fox News tree. It's not even a tree. So I was like, I ain't got no love for y'all. Cause like I don't know what you talking or why you talking it, but you need to stop. You need to stop. You're doing us all a disservice.
So now, man, I'm on Fox News. I'm trying to find a clip. So
I sent it to you just now.
you texted to me?
Yeah, if you just type in Fox News burn tree, it'll come right up.
You say you sent it or you texted?
I sent it email.
Oh, email. Okay, I'll pull up my email.
But yeah, man, like they were talking so reckless. It just like outrage. You know how I feel. I get outraged by fake outrage.
Good morning, everybody. Live from Studio M.
You hear it?
It is Wednesday, December.
Yes.
Yep. That's it. December 8th.
Okay.
December 8th, 2021.
All right. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I think I go to about 36 seconds in. That's when they start talking crazy.
Normally,
right.
during the Christmas season, we start the program by showing an outside shot of our all-American Christmas tree on Fox
You
Square.
see, it's not a tree,
But
right?
last night, shortly
I'm looking at
after
the clip that you sent me.
midnight, somebody climbed up in the tree and lit it on fire. It's beginning to look a lot like arson. Somebody who is in
You respect that,
custody
though?
and is
Yes.
interviewed by local police.
Who sets a Christmas tree on fire?
Can you put it up?
Well, I mean, it's just part of the
you
rampage.
pull it up?
No city is safe. No person is safe from the subway
Nah,
up and
just
down.
a-
Here you are
Yeah.
at 48th and 6th, right in Midtown Manhattan. It has become a tourist attraction.
Hold on, pause it
Every
for a
year it
second.
gets more and more.
You know what he said?
It's becoming a tourist attraction.
No, he said the city isn't safe. No one is safe from the subway on down.
I mean, I get what he's
How's your
saying.
kids? How's your wife? That's basically what he said. His reaction was, the city ain't safe. No one is safe from the subway on down. The Ninja Turtles ain't even safe. Because it's looking a
Melio
lot
is a
like
payment
arson.
application that allows for
What is this? What is
That's an ad.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
More and more people,
All right.
and just one side.
I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. Cause I made an overlay for us to have.
Yeah, I know.
No, let's see.
You can just take us off screen if you want.
Oh nah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we can all be on it together.
Hey.
Psycho goes up, ignites this thing. Thank goodness we have very excellent security. Within 2 seconds, he was tackled to the ground. He was subdued. And then they find out that he's under arrest right now. Massive investigations through the night that took place.
What's the investigation
just after
for?
midnight last night.
Pause. Yo, he said, luckily we had great security. Within 2 seconds, he was taken down. Did you see that fire?
Yeah.
Yo, your tree is suspect if he set it that on fire like that in 2 seconds. Continue.
Covering it from Washington, D.C.
So sad.
It
We have
is sad.
security tape around the tree right now when you walk in. No more music, no more tree.
Yeah, I think it's
infuriating.
I think it tells the bigger story. I mean, since this city is so out of control,
So out of
especially
control.
in Midtown Manhattan. Yesterday we're
City
covering
we used to love.
right, but yesterday we're covering stories about raids in Pacific Palisades and Beverly Hills, California, and then in 48th and 6th. This is a tourist attraction from around the globe, and they sit there, and this one lunatic is able to penetrate in a matter of seconds, ignite that tree on fire. Thank goodness there's not other structures around it, but our whole lobby was full of smoke, evidently.
But think about it. Who, to Ainsley's earlier point, who sets a Christmas tree on fire?
It's a tree that unites us, brings us together. It's about the Christmas spirit. It is about the holiday season. It's about Jesus. It's about Hanukkah. It is about everything that we stand for as a country. Freedom and being able to worship the way that you want to worship. It makes me so mad.
Well, it does, but it goes to the larger issue.
Yo, she took it
It
there.
makes me so mad.
She took it there. Wow.
You see why I was laughing at this, right? No, hold up. But you can see, if you see this on something like Jimmy Kimmel, someone who despises Fox News, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not a secret. He despises Fox News. Trump despises him. It's like a whole dynamic there. And you see this on his show, you like, nah, he's playing games. You know what I'm saying? This is not really that. Also, the actual, this is from, I said this to you. This is from Fox News' own website.
Yeah.
This is theirs. This is theirs.
Nah,
and I'm like, yo, she's gone.
Yeah,
she's gone.
Hold on, we play that again.
Spirit. It is about the holiday season. It's about Jesus. It's about Hanukkah. It is about everything that we stand for as a country. Freedom and being able to worship the way that you want to worship. It makes me so mad.
Well, it does. But it goes to the larger issue of safety. And we have been talking for a very long time.
Yo, her face, look at her scowl, yo. She is mad. She is really mad. She's really mad.
No, but it's really funny. Like, you see my man on the right?
Yeah.
It's like, we wonder who did this. So when I'm seeing him on Jimmy Kimmel, like they zoomed in on him, he was like, don't he got that look on his face like
he do.
When you know he caught. You know you caught, but you got to try to act like you don't know what happened.
And this city has gone south when it comes to safety. We don't feel safe when we come to work in the morning. We don't feel safe when we go home at night. It's just one of those things. And when you look at that symbol, and so many, and we were talking about this yesterday, how through the years, people, hundreds of thousands of tourists have come to New York City to celebrate the Christmas season, and they walk up and down Fifth Avenue and our street, 6th Avenue.
Kind of all we have left,
and
right?
they look at the lights, and today there are no lights because somebody burned down our Christmas.
I hope we put it back. I mean, I hope we put it back.
I hope we
and
build
bigger.
it back bigger
Right.
and better.
And we got to do a
That was a
sequel
joke
to the
too.
Christmas tree
Yeah.
lighting.
No. He said, he said, build back better, where we heard that before. That was Biden's slogan when he was running for president.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, build back better.
Oh,
Yo,
my God. They
it's just
funny. So I know you posted it. You didn't have the volume on your video.
I know, man. I know.
Yo, this is hilarious.
And I just think that this
Let's
is.
do another lighting. I
And
agree.
the early indications are the guy's a psycho, and once he was subdued, they're willing to get arrested.
homeless.
How soon till he's out of there? I mean, there's a combination of do what you want, defame, defund the police, then you go into get processed, and before the paperwork can even be done, you're out again. How soon till this psycho is out again to burn somebody else's tree down or grab some weapon and harass somebody in the subway?
Well, we don't.
All right, we can stop this now, man.
Okay.
See, I got another issue with this. And your man, too, that you said you agree with, Tatum, right?
Oh, yeah.
They keep bringing up this whole, you want to defund the police, and this is what happens. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody defunded the police yet. Fuck you talking about? Nobody. Okay, it's something people have spoke on,
Mm-hmm.
but it hasn't actually happened anywhere. So don't run at me when you defund the police and then, people are robbing the stores, or you defund the police and Psycho Man is coming out his homeless shelter and burning down trees. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that ain't got nothing to do. Like, that is not this.
There you go. Yo,
Yeah.
check this out. I'm gonna show you this clip that I got.
All right.
Somebody sent me on Instagram. Oh man, I didn't mean to like it. But, okay.
You must like it. You want to show it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, man.
God. All right, I gotta
Happy
rewind it.
Happy Diwali. No, that was like around Thanksgiving.
Hold on. All right, so for the
Oh boy, it must be good.
No, I'm looking at the comments, but I just want to give a breakdown. I'm gonna give a verbal breakdown of what this is, so if people are listening to it, they know what we're talking about. So it's a guy in the city on the subway. Because remember, the guy said from subway on down, it's bad. So there's a guy on the subway. Your man got hit by a subway, right? Train.
Okay.
And after he got hit by the train stops. Then he's on the tracks talking about what happened when he got hit. And he's like, nah, man, y'all don't understand what's going on. All right, I'm gonna play it.
I'm not covering my face and laughing. My eyes itching a little bit. But
Okay.
what? Oh man.
I was just looking at the comments because they had people talking about how the guy recorded. It was like a bad recording. It's like oh man, I just hit refresh. Okay.
Wait, what?
You see the guy get hit by the train, right?
What your dumb ass doing down there?
Listen.
It's my hip. Someone got struck by a train. It's my hip. Okay? Well, I don't know how I'm feeling strong. But wait a minute.
Crazy, man.
You will feel the pain. Yeah.
So they touch, man.
You're going to jail.
Someone got struck by a train. Someone got struck.
Jesus Christ. This guy's crazy. Oh my God.
Like you said, man, from the subway on down.
Crazy, man.
From the subway on down. Yo, I got some breaking news that I just seen when I was looking up the Fox News thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man, they coming after CNN, bro.
Oh, of course.
All right, listen to this.
Why wouldn't you?
No, I ain't talking about Fox. I'm talking about the powers that be is coming after CNN. So I don't know what's going on, but look at this. Why they word it like this? Chris Cuomo, CNN producer, charged with luring girls for sexual training. Why can't they say this guy? Why can't you put the guy's name? Why you gotta put Chris Cuomo, CNN producer?
Because you know why.
Yeah.
People are more likely to read it. They don't know this. They don't know this John Griffin.
Yeah.
That's Peter's brother. Like, we don't know that dude.
Listen, let me read the first paragraph. A veteran CNN producer who works shoulder to shoulder with now disgraced ex-anchor Chris Cuomo has been
In red letters.
in red letters. You can click it too. It's a hyperlink. Has been indicted on charges of luring young girls to his Vermont ski house for sexual what? You know what that subservience training. So that's another CNN dude. That's
Wait, what word? Right? Can you scroll up so I can see it?
Oh, hold on. The last
Subservience.
Oh, subservience.
Basically trying to make them like sex slaves or make them,
Yeah.
You know what subservience is.
Yeah. But yeah, that's another CNN worker going down. Like my man Jussie Smollett trying to get Don Lemon to go down with him, man. Pause. Like
You made me not. Hey man, listen. It is what it is.
Yo, I don't know if you've seen the clip or not, but I appreciate what Don Lemon did. Don Lemon, he had a clip going straight at Jussie Smollett. He's the only person on the news that brought in a lawyer and said that Jussie Smollett going to jail. And you gotta see Don Lemon face the whole time. He's like, yeah, he going to jail. Like Don Lemon looked so salty. He called him salty lemons. And doing that whole thing, he looked like he was pissed.
Maybe he just bitter.
Yeah, there you go, bitter. Yo, see? You quick with it.
Might.
Yo, man, I also wanted to bring up this thing, but Stevie J and Faith Evans, they are getting a divorce. But your man Stevie J wants spousal support. That
Fuck out of here.
first, they've been married for 3 years, I think, right?
Wait, what?
Spousal, spousal
I heard
support.
you, but I mean, why?
I guess whatever lifestyle Stevie J and Faith had, he want her to continue to pay for that lifestyle.
How old is he?
I don't know.
He old enough for his hurts not to want, man. Get his wants not to hurt. F out of here. Next. Like, that's not even that's a no-brainer. Like, first of all, dude, you've been around for a while. You got reality shows and all that. Like,
Yeah,
if you fuck up your money, that's on you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't be like, yo, I married Oprah. I want half. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, out of here. Spousal support. 3 years?
Yeah.
You don't get on spousal support 3 years. That's not even a lifestyle. That's a vacation. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weak too that he asked for spousal support. Like, I think it's also weak when women ask for it too.
I'm not going to comment on that
Why not?
because it's kind of personal.
Okay. Well,
You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
finish my comments on it.
I felt like I wasn't. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to comment on my own situation.
Yeah,
But
like,
I know I ain't have it, and they wasn't getting it. Just leave it at that.
yeah. So like, only way I can see it, say, like when Jeff Bezos got a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Him and his wife put so much into that business, even though he's the face of it and the head of it and making the money from it. She deserved money as well because they worked on it together. Okay. I can see that.
Yo, you know what? I fuck with Jeff Bezos, man.
Why?
I rocks with that Amazon dude. I really do. I don't care how grimy he is. Yo, they try to catch him up with some old scandal. You know what I mean? Whatever this and the third. He basically like on that. He was basically like, yo, I'm rich. Fuck y'all. He ain't answer for it. He ain't put out no apology for it. He's just like, yo, I'm rich. Fuck y'all. I'm going to space. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I respect that. I respect that. You know when Dave Chappelle was talking about I got fuck you money? Yeah. He got fuck you money. He's like, yo, if I don't like it, I'll leave the planet. That's fuck you money right there. Yeah. So yeah, on that note, I respect him. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really a fan of his business practices if he treats his workers the way they say they do. I never worked for Amazon. But yo, if you are what you are, man, be what you are. I can't hate you for that. I can't fault you for that. And that brings me to another thing, like shame. Like, you know, on that last video I was talking about I want that Jesse Jackson should feel ashamed of himself. Yeah. Right? I had said that. And see, my thing with shame is, you know, I'm not really religious. Mm-hmm. But the way I understand it in the Bible, the devil gave you shame. Mm. It's like Adam and Eve didn't know they were naked. Devil brought them that apple, or how, you know, how it goes, because, you know, it's like different interpretations of the story. Yeah. Then they realized they were naked and they were shaming themselves. So I feel like I don't accept that. I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. I got things I could be sorry for that I wish I didn't do. Yeah. But I'm not ashamed of it. People make mistakes. So for him, yeah, I want you to be ashamed of yourself. Because your actions are devil-like to me. That you picking up on that cause to lock that boy up for whatever reason, and it ain't got nothing to do with what you marching for. Yeah, you're just looking for publicity.
Yeah, basically, that's what they do, man. They just look for publicity. They just, I don't know. I mean, you know, people call them race baiters. I could see that being more what they doing. I could see that being more of a race baiting type of thing than them helping out the cause. Like when remember that the Haitians were coming across the border and they were like they got whipped with the horses whipped them, whatever. Yeah. When the pictures came out and how Al Sharpton went there. I did a video on it with Al Sharpton went there and
he got deaded.
It got deaded. They just went to Al Sharpton's chest. And Al Sharpton wasn't thinking about border patrol until this happened.
That's what the guy was saying. It's like, what about them kids in them? And I'm gonna call them internment camps. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if something's ugly, make it ugly. You have the little kids in internment camps. So yeah, that ain't right.
All right, speaking of this ain't right, yo. There's another thing I just pulled up right here. Is Leah Thomas is a swimmer for Penn State, right?
Name sounds real familiar.
Leah Thomas. I must have heard it. Leah Thomas is a transgender woman that was a man, now is a woman, but when he was a man, he was a collegiate swimmer, but now he's transgender. He's now in the women's swimming team, and he's breaking all the records, and these women ain't happy with this.
They shouldn't be.
You know what I'm saying? I think it seems like now the transgender movement is taking over the women's movement, like especially in sports, because I guess a cisgender woman can't go into the NBA and dominate the NBA the way a transgender woman could go. Like, say Zion, say John Morant would say, all right, I want to be identified as a woman. With his ability, his skill set to go into the WNBA, he's going to average 200 points a game.
Because physically he's different.
Yes. So
Physically he's different.
yeah.
I mean, they are women that are strong. You know what I'm saying? But on most averages, genetically, we're built.
Bone
stronger than
structure
women.
different. Everything is different.
Yeah, everything is different.
So now,
That's
now you
just
got
the way it is.
Yeah, you got this woman now. That's the picture right there. So she's now taking over all these stuff, and they said that she's on pace to break like Olympic world records. That's messed up, yo. Like you got to separate women's sports from men's sports, and I feel like this: if a transgender person want to do a sport, it should be a transgender league. It shouldn't be, oh, since you now identify as something, we're gonna throw you in there with these people that don't have the same bone structure as you and everything like that. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. And these women are busting their ass and trying to become the greatest they could be, having world records. And you say, all right, I'm gonna just switch sides. I'm gonna become a woman. And maybe you do identify as a woman, but you shouldn't be able to break these records.
You're basically on steroids without taking steroids.
Yeah, that's more than steroids. Because
it's testosterone.
But no. Because if a woman takes steroids, there still won't be a man. Like it still won't have.
But I'm saying it's like built-in steroids. I'm just saying like it's testosterone. You got testosterone.
Yeah.
You're taking drugs to suppress your testosterone, but you're still going to have more than a woman.
Yeah, and not to mention, you grew up all these years, and you training to be a swimmer all these years. You already had a college scholarship to become a swimmer, so you're not like you're just somebody who swam on the weekends. It's like, all right, now I'm transgender, I'm coming in. You already built your whole lifestyle and body up to become a swimmer, and now you want to go into the women's league, but you train your whole life as a man. That's messed up. Just like the I forgot the Olympian that was from New Zealand that was transgender that did weightlifting and breaking all the records. And not to mention, she took somebody else's spot. Because you know Olympics only once every 4 years. Mm-hmm. And you took somebody else's spot who was training for that because y'all was in the same.
Yeah, y'all only go once.
Yeah, so y'all in the same weight class. So you tell this other lady who can't compete with you because you were born a man. She can't compete with your strength. And you took her spot, and now she can't go. And not to mention the person who went to the Olympics, she got disqualified. Yeah. So you did all that, and you got disqualified. That's trash. And I feel bad for the women that gotta go through that, yo. I really do.
Yeah, it's definitely unfair. It's unfair.
It's very unfair.
And especially in the Olympics, I mean, it's supposed to be all about fairness. Yeah. Or it's supposed to be about fairness. I mean, it's not fairness in, if you're given the same, the same weight and the same thing. Sometimes your body you're just born a certain way.
Yeah.
You're stronger.
Yeah.
But you're not born. It's not fair. It's not fair.
And the crazy part is, just like the swimmer, the weightlifter was also lifting weights before he transitioned over to a woman. So it's not like something he picked up first. He became a woman. He picked it up. He did it as a man, then became a woman, and started dominating that field. That's weak. That's exact Juwanna man type of thing.
That's the third thing that came to my mind, but I didn't want to make the comparison because I hate that movie.
But it is what it is. It's Juwanna man.
It is what it is. It's Juwanna man. It definitely is Juwanna man.
And it's
go ahead.
Oh no,
I had nothing to do with nothing. I was
okay,
about Juwanna man.
No, I had another point too I wanted to bring up. There was it was a UFC. It was like a mixed martial arts fight. I forgot where was it at, whatever. But they had a transgender woman versus a cisgender woman in the fight, right? And me and Jamari watched the fight. The biological woman had the skill set. Like, she was whooping her ass, right? But she was just so much stronger that she was eating the punches. So like Jamari called a zombie. Like, you know how you play video games?
Yeah.
And you shoot the zombies, even though you shoot them, they still coming at you. That's how it was. It was like you get shot like two. They still coming, two. They still coming. So the girl, the cisgender woman, she's like tap. Like she was really tapping her face. Like her face was all messed up because the other girl couldn't fight as good as the cisgender woman girl. Couldn't fight as. Transgender women couldn't fight as good as the cisgender. I got to say it because that's how the terms go. So she couldn't fight as good. So she just tapping the face, doing everything. Then finally, she got so tired of punching this girl in the face, she just like kind of gave up and got choked out. But you didn't win because you were a better fighter. You got won because you could take more hits to your face. And you could take more hits to your face because you were born a man. And you wasn't just like born a regular man. You was a Navy SEAL. You was a Navy.
What?
Yes.
So wait.
A Navy SEAL turned to a transgender woman and became an MMA fighter fighting women.
That's dishonorable.
And
You need to be discharged immediately. Dishonorable discharge. No. Damn, son.
If you watch a video,
I don't even want to see it. That's like watching.
I'm just saying for anybody who listens to it, I'll put the video in the link in the description. This girl face was just getting tapped, like pat. It was weird, yo. Like she had she just walking, like I said, zombie mode, just like do.
It's like watching an anime.
Yeah.
It's doing a regular dude fighting like one of these superpowered dudes. And just like bullets bouncing off him and whatnot.
It's like you fighting Goro or Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? He hit you like 4 times, you done. But you hit him all the type of times. You gotta strategize. Or like fighting Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson punch out. Like
one hit.
If
you don't make it through the first round, because if he hits you once, you down.
Yeah.
One hit.
Yo.
But that's funny. Oh, but with Juwanna, man, yo, how the hell you on a team in the locker room and nobody figured out you was a dude?
I don't know.
Who wrote this? Like, I just, oh man, nobody figured out you a dude. Like, you don't take no showers there. You never call you a funky bitch. Nothing. Like, there's so much wrong with that movie, man. And it's disrespectful.
I want to see who wrote it.
You ain't good enough. You wasn't good enough to get to college, so you pull the Aunt Becky on him.
Well, it's directed by Jesse Vaughn. Damn, it got $13.8 million in the box office. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's interesting.
Depends on how much they spent to make the movie.
Yeah. I didn't know Juwanna was in Juwanna, man.
Why not?
Oh yeah, it's written by Bradley Allen Stein.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he made that movie. It was like, you know what? It was a good run, brother. He probably still working somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hollywood's funny. If you can get a movie greenlit, you can sure find another job somewhere.
Yeah.
From the makers of, they put it out like for the makers of Harry Potter. There could be somebody that worked in a print shop that printed the first book. And they still put that on the film.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Yeah,
you're gonna go see it.
Yep.
Ain't got nothing to do with it. Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
you finished watching Santa Inc. I did not finish watching it. I didn't go back.
I watched it off and on. I fell asleep on it a couple times. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't see every episode, but I see where it was going.
Did she become Santa Claus?
I think so. I think she got the go ahead, but I remember Santa Claus was still there. But I think she got she got the team down with her. That they went on strike and then she cut a deal and they went on strike. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on. People was running around with "fuck Santa" signs. The black dude went to go work for Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got rid of the black dude. You know how black people always die in movies the first 5 minutes.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth. Who started that? Who started that saying? Because I'm looking back like it's something they always say but never really happens, unless it's a joke. It's like they always say, the black guy gonna die first.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh man, I gotta be the black guy. I'm gonna die first. It's always a joke, but it's never like a thing, really.
I don't know. Maybe it had to happen because people reference it all the time.
People reference a lot of things that don't actually happen all the time.
Yeah, you're right.
I just wonder, like, when did that become a thing? Did somebody just say it in some stand-up or something? Did Eddie Murphy say it on Raw? Like, when did that become a thing?
I don't know.
Black guy. A lot of these movies ain't got no black guy.
So Bradley Allenstein, he got 2 movies that he wrote. You're not going to guess the other one. So Juwanna Man is his first one. That's his breakout movie. And from the makers of Juwanna Man, we have
from the makers of Broken Conditions.
We have Who's Your Caddy? You heard of that?
No.
So let me go back to Who's Your Caddy. Let's see. I'll give you a description of it real quick.
I'm ready to discuss it.
All right, first of all,
it's a black dude start pimping out the whole golf resort or whatever.
I can show you the cast. I pulled it up on Google. You ready for the cast? Main character, Fajon Love.
Okay, Murray.
Second character, Big Boy from Outkast.
Yeah, I guess so. I basically called what it was.
Some guy named Jeffrey Jones, Andy Milonakis, Terry Crews, Tamala Jones, and Sherry Shepard. That's the cast.
Yeah, straight to DVD. Black soul playing on a golf course.
All right.
Soul playing at the country club.
Yeah, basically. All right, that's what it is. You hit it nail on the head.
I didn't have to see it. I know what it is.
It says, when a rap mogul from Atlanta tries to join a conservative country club in the Carolinas, he runs into fierce opposition from the board president, but it's nothing that he and his entourage can't handle.
How high?
Huh?
It's how high?
Let me pull up the trailer for you. You probably don't want to see it, knowing you.
If you want the truth,
First of all, this is
that's the trailer I want to see right there.
Yo, they got nerve, man.
Time to fly.
I'm ready for this, though. I'm ready for that right there.
Now you ready for this right here?
I ain't nobody ready for this.
At Carolina Pines, the membership is reserved. But they're about to meet a man.
I'm in search of an application, sir.
How are you with a shovel?
Shovel?
Did he call you a This is a very exclusive club.
Who doesn't take no
That
for an
guy's
answer.
Oh! What the hell are you doing on my golf course?
Shooting a music video.
You see that line? It represents the property line of that estate. Guess who closed escrow yesterday?
How much do you want?
It ain't about the money. All I want is a membership.
Ridiculous.
All right, girls, take off your tops.
Now,
As your legal counsel, I take his offer.
He's a rapper.
Not quite our class there.
their rules are unfair,
You know I don't back down for nothing.
so he'll have to beat them
To your eye.
Wilson, shut up.
at their own game.
Oh, Mulligan. Get together, take a little break, and get to know one another, be friends or something.
I have a small job.
I'm good on this.
What did I say? She's gonna be his girlfriend. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've seen this movie so many times. I don't need to see it again. But that Matrix, yo, it's gonna be a good next 2 weeks for me, man.
So you got Matrix, you
real-
got Spider-Man.
I got Matrix, I got Spider-Man, I got Kingsman. I'm on it, man. I'm on it.
It got to be something else.
You never
going
seen? You saw the other Kingsman, right? It's like mad, over the top, reckless. But I love that movie.
on. Okay.
Yeah, it's a couple of joints coming out right now. There's a few joints coming out right now. I know Matrix is going to be the last Warner Brothers movie to go straight to HBO Max the same day.
So they're stopping that now?
Yeah, they're going to start going to the movies first and then, later on.
Yeah.
But they on some balls, man, that they open up the movies back up.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see, like, a lot of these movies they put in the theaters wasn't meant to be there.
Like what?
I mean, like, realistically, half the movies that came out on HBO Max.
Yeah.
I would never pay to see that in the theater.
I mean, I only seen what I seen on HBO Max. I saw King Richard.
You saw Fred Hampton.
Yeah, I saw Fred Hampton.
Black Messiah.
Yeah, I'll see that in the theaters. I'll see King Richard in the theaters. Space Jam, I think that was worthy to go to. I think it'd be better in the theaters than it would be at home because of all the animations and all that. Seen that on HBO Max. What else?
They had some movie Reminiscent or something like that. Made no sense. I still don't know what the hell Dune's about, but it was a big movie. They probably had to put that in theaters.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. It was good, but I think like after a week, people would be like, "I ain't paying for this."
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of those movies was like, not really. Like it ain't worth $15. I mean, when you think about paying $15 to see a movie,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, paying $10 for the popcorn, and then you can't see it again.
True.
At least even when you rent it, even if you pay to rent the movie that's out, you can see it more than once.
Yeah.
Like if you rent a pay-per-view, you got it for 24 hours. You can see it more than once.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the movies, and you pay $15, and it's like you miss something. You're not gonna pay $15 to see it again.
Yeah. Facts.
So
you know a movie I think that should be in the theaters, but it might have been, but I know it's Netflix though. The Harder They Fall.
You would pay for that?
I'll pay for it. I liked it.
I wouldn't pay matinee price for that movie.
Why?
That movie was trash. Yo, I wouldn't even put that in a recycling bin, son. I put that in an incinerator. That's just trash. That shit was straight garbage. That movie was so
What was wrong with it? I loved
everything.
it.
What wasn't wrong with it? What wasn't wrong with it?
I like the story. I liked it. I liked the movie. I liked it.
Yo,
what you didn't like
what
about
that
it?
movie was? That movie was the Cosby Show. That movie was.
You gotta explain that.
That movie. I'm gonna tell you. That was black people like, yo, we need to see more positive black people on TV, even though they were all criminals.
Yeah.
They were all well-to-do. They had their own structure, had their own thing. Let's go rob the White Town. Nigga, you wasn't even walking inside of that bank in the White Town. Let's be 100. In the 1800s, right after slavery. You gonna rob the train with the army on it. You're not even getting on that train. Rosa Parks couldn't sit in the front of the bus. You getting on the train? Like, stop it. Because you parked a horse in the 1800s. You parked your horse on the train tracks and they stopped for you.
Yeah. That
don't happen. They still run through cars today.
Yeah, I know somebody who died like that.
That's sad.
Yeah.
It's
well,
like,
I don't know if he died like that, but I know his body was in that car that got hit by a train.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if somebody jump off a building, you don't know if they died from the impact or they died on the way down.
No, I mean, like, I don't know if he got killed. Then they put his
somebody body on the tracks.
Yeah.
That's deep.
No, put the car in there and he died like that. But that's another story. But what else was wrong with the movie?
That was really it.
Okay.
That was really it. They were too rich and too powerful. And they were just too able to do whatever they wanted to do. Like it wasn't right after slavery.
Yeah. I mean, there were black people who was like that right after slavery.
I'm sure they were, but come on, you seen the way it was, Ron. You seen the way it was. Like, you wasn't, and it was just too extra for me. It was way too extra for me. And they say it wasn't a true story. The people were true, but it wasn't a true story.
Yeah, I think those people never even passed each other, like cross paths in real life.
Yeah.
It was just characters they knew that was like, I don't know if they're black. I don't know if black and Native American coincide as the same thing, but
no, I seen a thing where they showed pictures of the real people.
Yeah, but some of them were like Native American, some of them were black. I don't know, like I said, because that's a whole other story for another day if black and Native Americans are the same thing or not. But what else I wanted to talk to you about, man?
Yeah. But I don't know, but I wasn't feeling it. It was like pandering to me. It's like we just want to.
No, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't feel it.
Yeah, they're definitely pandering. Oh, so last week you talked about you going to the mall. I went to the mall yesterday.
Yeah, more kids got you?
Nah, it was just because I had to go to the mall and get something, and I had to go to stores and each.
Oh, that's why I got this.
But you went to a kiosk and you went straight to a person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nah. Yeah, I wasn't waiting on the lines.
Not to mention the lines are long as hell. It's only one person at the register.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody want to work. There's only one person at the register on these long lines. It's 3 stores. They all had the same situation, or same scenario. Long lines. Food court, the mall food is trash. I was like, I can't believe I did this, yo.
Nah, your body's not built for more food anymore.
Yeah.
You've been eating healthy for quite some time.
Yeah, that was very disappointed.
I still eat like a raccoon. That shit ain't nothing to me.
But I did get lucky on parking. I kind of pulled up and somebody came right in front of the door. I was like, whoop, whoop, and I just pulled right in. And some girl saw me park there. She just gave me a scowl. She was mad that I got that spot. I'm like, miss, you gotta be.
Sometimes you throw some of the oddest words at me. It's not really odd to me because I hear these words.
Yeah.
But I think that's the second time since we've been doing this today. You said the word scowl.
I was letting Jamari hear the podcast that we did last week. And he said the same thing about the words you used.
What?
Like well-to-do or
huh?
Like some of the words you used, Jamari was saying that, like how you just use these words. Like I never heard. He said, Jamari was like, I know this. He said, I never heard that word before, but I understand the context of how he said it. But I never heard it. like how he even used that word so fluently. I'm like, oh, I'm just a wordsmith.
I had I did pretty good at English in school. Let's put it like that. I usually was in honors classes in English until they kicked me out because I didn't want to do the work. And then they put me back. And then they put me out. You got to keep over 85 average. I was not trying to hear homework. That was it. I didn't want to do homework.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's funny. But so it was just the lines.
The lines. Well, the crowdedness of the mall didn't bother me as much. That didn't bother me. I was cool with that. But it definitely was the lines.
Yeah. I can see that being a problem.
Yeah, it was just the lines. That was the thing.
I can't do it. It's not worth it for me. I swear, the last time I went to the mall, I was looking for a treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Dick's, and so I'm looking at the treadmills. I'm like, I want a stowaway joint. I don't want them big old. I don't got space for all that.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any, so we got there early, and the mall didn't open until 11.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking around Dick's. I'm like, yo, how we get out of here? So then I'm like, that's the exit. The mall is closed. So they asking like, yo, how do we get out? It's like, oh, the mall doesn't open till 11. I said the mall was closed. So we're walking around Dick's. I'm like, yo, let's just go home. Like, I can't be in here. Like, I'm not buying up. I'm not a window shopper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like to just look at what's out. I know what I want.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm here, for what I want. You know what I'm saying? If I got extra money on me and I happen to see something, I'll be the person to buy the National Enquirer. But I wouldn't buy the National Enquirer specifically. But you know how they just put stuff out of register so you pick it up?
Yeah.
Like if I'm walking through the store and I see something else I like, boom, I'm snatching that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not just window shopping around like, oh, let's see what else they got in here.
Yeah.
Nah, never in my life. If I go get shoes, I'm like, yo, you got these in the 13? They say, yeah. Give me the box. You want to try them on? No, put them in the bag. I'm the fuck out of here. I'm not shopping. I've been wearing a 13 since I was 13. Trust me, I know what size shoe I wear. I don't need to try them on.
Yo, I see this thing on Time Magazine. They made Simone Biles Athlete of the Year.
Athlete or activist?
No, Athlete of the Year.
Oh, okay.
It's a little controversy because she didn't
win the gold.
No, she basically kind of quit low key. Like she had her reason for quitting, but she quit. And dang, you couldn't give it to nobody else. Like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Tom Brady, or even the other girl that was in the Olympics that came through and won gold. That was in the gymnastics.
Athlete of the Year, though.
Yeah, not activist. Athlete of the Year.
I said Athlete of the Year because she won a gold.
No, I'm talking about Simone Biles didn't win gold.
No, she didn't.
She didn't.
Should have been Tom Brady.
Huh?
Should have been Tom Brady.
Yeah, it should have been. I think it's crazy. I think Sports Illustrated made it Tom Brady, but Time Magazine made it Simone Biles. I would have been okay with Giannis Antetokounmpo because he got hurt and he came back and they won a championship. Or he played through his injuries and won a championship.
Yeah, that's an athletic feat.
Yeah.
And Simone Biles, her story, that's the same story as Osaka.
Yeah.
So I don't, I'm saying that I can't say that's an interest. She got it for an interesting story. She's been dominant for a long time.
Yeah, she should have got it other years when she dominated like that, but not a year that, for whatever reason she quit. But then you come back and give her an Athlete of the Year award.
But she couldn't get it then. They didn't give it to her then, and it's a whole nother 4 years. You got to wait to see her again.
Okay, that's on Time. That's on whoever did it. They should have gave it to. You're right. They should have gave it to her then. That's like.
Yeah, they should.
That's like giving it to Kyrie Irving. Because you probably think what they standing for is why you want to give him the award.
I don't think nothing. I had no idea what their mind was at. They should have given it to Tom Brady. And I don't like Tom Brady.
Why not?
Because he's a Patriot.
No, he's not. Not no more.
They beat the Eagles. I don't care. With me in sports, it's really that simple. You beat my team, I don't like you. I ain't say I'm not a I'm not.
I thought the Eagles beat the Patriots for the Super Bowl.
Not when Donovan McNabb was there.
But they beat them.
Was it the Patriots when they won?
I want to think so. Let's see. I'll pull up real quick.
That's a damn shame that I don't know. That's the only one they got.
Yes. It's 2018. Yeah, they beat the New England Patriots.
I know the Knicks lost in Texas twice.
Man, New York basketball got to give it up.
Nope.
You know why? I remember when I was doing my Liz Cambridge story, and I found out she scored the most points as a WNBA player against the Liberty. And Wilt Chamberlain scored the most points in the NBA against the Knicks. How the most points scored in both leagues against New York?
Because people rise to the occasion when they play against New York.
So why people in New York don't rise to the occasion? That's there.
But we did all the time. It's nothing special to us.
It should be special.
When we used to go to Knicks games, did we go to see the Knicks?
Nah.
We had to go see the other team.
Yeah.
Because we can watch the Knicks every time. They on TV every time they play. It's nothing new to us. Playing at the Garden is like, yeah, I do this every day. Like playing in my backyard.
But you go, other people come into your backyard and drop the most points ever in both genders. How you like in both genders?
But if you that good, you that good. No, yeah, the Knicks is trash, but I love them. So do you. See, that's you right there with Latrell Sprewell, kind of.
Hey, look at my jersey I got on. A Tracy McGrady jersey.
I thought I was going to say Penny Hardaway.
I think it's McGrady. That's McGrady. That's a McGrady.
It wasn't McGrady. It wasn't McGrady. If it was a Penny, I would have stolen it from you.
Yeah, I miss my Penny Hardaway jersey. I wish I never got rid of it. That's like my first jersey. Huh?
I miss my McNabb jersey.
It's weird. Like, where these jerseys went to? What do you have?
I gave my McNabb jersey away.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I don't know what I did with the Warren Sapp. I don't know what I did with it. Jerry Rice. I wish I still had that one. That one was my favorite.
Nah, one of my favorite ones I had was
Steve McNabb was my favorite.
Steve McNair.
Oh, McNair, yeah.
Because I had to. It was like, first of all, it was like a rare time where Puma was making jerseys. I had a Steve McNair Puma authentic jersey.
That's it.
I don't think you can find those no more.
You probably can't.
Yeah.
There's only one jersey I would pay that much money for right now. Like, that's the Barkley 76ers jersey. Only because I've been searching for it for so long. And it's like now, like, back then it was nothing like, yo, get a McNabb jersey, $200, $300. Okay. Yeah. It was like, okay, whatever. Now it's like, why would I spend that much money on something to wear?
Yeah.
That's just how I feel now. But a Barkley 76ers jersey, I've been looking for that jersey for over 20 years. If I find it, I'm buying it.
Barkley is funny with his name. He don't let people use his name.
Yeah, well,
like, I think it's NBA 2K. They have the TNT cast on there. Barkley's not on there.
No, he's not.
He's not letting people use his name.
But that's not. That's a jersey. That's not You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's the same. I know Chris Webber left Michigan because of that, but he was a college athlete at the time.
Yeah.
You barely got enough to eat, and you walk past the store, and they selling a jersey for $100 with your name on it.
That's crazy.
But if you under contract to the 76ers, the 76ers bought the right to use your name on that jersey because you signed that contract.
And the NBA did too. Yeah,
so I can see, but the NBA they can't put them in the game. Like, I don't know how that works because they're licensed.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's weird how Barkley is really. I remember when Jordan wasn't in basketball games. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They had
in Jordan versus Bird.
Yeah, but you buy NBA shootout, something like that, and they would never have Jordan in the game.
No, he was only on the EA games at first.
Yeah,
and then they took him off of those.
Yeah. So Jordan's in the same league as everybody else. How he pull that off?
It's a good question. Got a good lawyer.
Yeah. And when Jordan finally
lawyer make everything right.
Yeah, you see, that's the case.
It is the case.
Yep.
That's what you want on the case.
Mm-hmm.
So he's Jordan's different.
Yeah.
He don't take pictures with no niggas. I was like, what?
You think that's true?
That story?
Yeah, or Chameleon.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
He ain't got no reason to lie.
Who, Chameleon or Jordan?
Chameleon ain't got no reason to lie.
People don't need a reason to lie. Look at Jussie Smollett.
Yeah. His reason was he really thought that was going to get him more money. And on top of that, I really and truly believe, when I saw Mel in the store, I was telling him we were talking about it a little bit because it was on the front page of the paper. I really truly believe he didn't think that was something he could go to jail for.
Yeah.
He just, you know what I'm saying? It was just something like, oh, this is publicity. It's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that, I mean, this is what I think. I honestly don't know. I wasn't there, but that's what I think. He's like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Why else would he still had a noose around his neck like a dumbass?
Did you ever see the I guess is it Robin Roberts? Somebody from ABC had an interview with him when it after it happened. Did you see that interview?
No.
Yo, So I can pull that up. Oh my God, yo. That joint is hilarious. Me and Jamari watching that joint, yo. Jamari said, if I didn't know he's lying, but watching this, I would think he's telling the truth. How good of an actor he is. And Jamari's like, yo, if I need somebody to do to act, I'll hire him. Cause it was a great layout of how he portrayed this hate crime. He did a good job.
Oh, dude, it was a hate crime.
Huh?
It was a hate crime. You could think it's a crime, and now people hate him. I do, man.
All right.
In our country right now, the fact that we have these fear mongrels, these people
Mongrels?
that are
wrong way.
trying to separate us, and
Hold on.
I always laugh when
he
people
was kicking me in my back.
All right, here we go. He's gonna break down what happened to him.
He's also my creative director, and he picked me up, and then we got back to the apartment. There was no food, and so I went out to Walgreens thinking that they were 24 hours and to have a smoke.
Why? This is all made up. This is how great this is, yo.
Walgreens was closed. So I called him up and I said, hey, I'm gonna run to Subway, which was across the street, and I'm gonna get a salad. Do you want anything? I went to the Subway and got the order.
What
I
happened?
don't live in Chicago, but Walgreens is closed, but Subway is open.
That's the thing that bothered Jamari the most. That they kept saying how Subway. He went to Subway.
You beat up there with Jared.
During that time, I texted my manager thinking that he was still in Australia because he was on an Australian tour with one of his other clients. And I said, yo, call me when you can. He called me immediately. And while he was on the phone, I heard, as I was crossing the intersection, I heard Empire. And I don't answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire. And I didn't answer. I kept walking, and then I heard Empire. So I turned around and I said, did you just say to me? And I see the attacker masked, and he said, this MAGA country punches me right in the face. So I punched his ass back. And then we started tussling. You know, it was very icy, and we ended up tussling by the stairs. Fighting. There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back. And then it just stopped. And they ran off. And I saw where they ran. And the phone was in my pocket, but it had fallen out. And it was sitting there. And my manager was still on the phone. So I picked up the phone and I said, Brandon. And he's like, what's going on? And I said, I was just jumped. And then I looked down and I see that there's a rope around my neck, which I hadn't.
You hadn't noticed it before?
No,
you didn't
because
see?
It was so fast. You know what I'm saying? It was so fast.
How long did this all
It felt
take?
like minutes, but it probably was like 30 seconds, honestly. I can't tell you honestly. I noticed the rope around my neck and I started screaming. And I said, there's a rope around my neck.
Did you get any kind of description of the attack?
I gave a body description, and because I saw this, right here or whatever, but I didn't see, I can't tell you what color their eyes were. I can't tell you, and I did not see anything except the second person I saw running away. And
Yo, him breaking that story down, I would believe that really happened. Like, he has so much detail. His manager in Australia, different time zone. Only thing I think messed him up was, one, you walk around Chicago. It's so cold in Chicago at night. So you walk around Chicago. People in Chicago tell you it's MAGA country. Walgreens closed, like you said, but Subway's open. Yo, I met Jussie, yo.
Yo.
And you know he go by the gay Tupac, right?
Yeah, man, I've seen him say that. Fuck that nigga, man.
Oh yeah, so
that's all I got to say.
Nah, I want to go back.
I can't even get mad because it's so stupid. It's so stupid, though. Like, yo, all that was stupid to me. And the problem with the details for me personally, when some crazy wild shit like that happened, it felt like minutes, but it could have only been 30 seconds. And this would have hit me, and then some other person came and started kicking me in my back, but you was tussling with him. So the other dude just appeared in your imagination or something. I don't know. Yo, how can you remember so many details of everything that happened? You ever been like in a real traumatic situation?
Mm-hmm.
You remember every single detail of what happened?
No.
Like, I was going to get a salad. I wanted to smoke. I was on the phone. I remember every word that was said to me. I punched him dead in his face. You punched him dead in his face, but you just said you saw the one guy, and then where the other guy come from? Like, he just remembered every single detail of everything, except for what his eye color was. Yo, like, what happened? I don't even know, yo. They beat my ass. That's what happened.
Yeah, this right here was funny right here. I seen this yesterday. Somebody, this is like they say it's a bad week.
I'm against it.
Yeah, but nah, it's like, you gotta hear how the support that people was giving him when this happened.
And above all, I fought the back. I'm the gay Tupac.
We have a media that's saying it's a debate whether or not what just happened to Jussie Smollett is a hate crime. It's absurd. This isn't a debate.
They're looking for a videotape. A lot of people are trying to, don't let people, no, I don't believe Jussie is making this up.
It is a modern day lynching that,
sorry.
Jussie Smollett.
Okay, so I will say this about that case. I think that the facts are still unfolding.
To little brother Jussie, that as a black man in this country, that I'm down.
Fuck that nigga too.
Hey man, I just read about the hate crime on Jussie Smollett, and it's sad.
I'm the gay Tupac.
I do not like that dude at all.
Who, Steve Harvey?
Hate him.
What he do to you?
Nothing.
So why you don't? How you gonna have so much to say for Steve Harvey and he ain't do nothing to you?
I actually hate him.
Why?
Why I don't like? I said I don't actually hate him.
Oh, you don't?
Nah, that's too much emotion for anybody that I don't even know. I'm not a fan. Let's put it like that. You know, little things. He got his own little microaggressions, and I don't appreciate his attitude. The attitude he displays publicly, I don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know that man. I don't like his character.
Yeah.
He it's the smallest little things he do, like on Family Feud.
Mm-hmm.
He'll do things like you sitting there minding your business trying to answer questions. He feels the need to walk up to a grown man and start fixing his clothes like he's just your son. Fuck off me. Who are you? Who are you? Like, who the fuck is you? Or you lose the game and you black.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the thing in the hood too. You know it, and I know it. I feel differently about it. I feel like, yo, if you're the black team and you got some dumbass hood answers,
yeah,
I don't want you to win. Because you didn't want to win. You just wanted to be on TV. But you know, and then at the end of the game, he's like, you lose. He's like, I'm proud of y'all. You look good on TV. The fuck you talking about? You proud of me? You ain't my daddy. Like, I don't need you to be proud of me. I look good on TV, and no, I look good if I win.
Yeah.
You proud of me? Why? Because I didn't embarrass you by being a black person? Like, nah, I don't feel him. He's real judgmental like that. And there's the other things he do, like, he'll always like he put out these books about relationships.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the know-all of how relationships supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stay married.
That's not because you learn from his mistakes.
Obviously, he didn't. It took him 3 or 4 times to get it right.
Yeah, it was a woman. It was a woman's fault. It wasn't his fault.
And then his whole, you know what I'm saying? It's just like his whole his whole demeanor is like imposing to me. Like he really feels like the way he thinks is the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know how Joe Biden says, if you don't vote for Trump, you ain't black.
Oh, you don't vote for him, you ain't black. You don't vote for Joe Biden, you're not black.
You don't. If you vote for Trump, you ain't black.
Yeah.
It's like his attitude towards how a black person is supposed to act and how a black man is supposed to act is, if you not old school, masculine, go fix your car, keep your wife in check, whatever his idea of what a real man is.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't right. You a sissy. You soft. And how is that productive?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not built like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's not built like that. Like me personally, I'm not an aggressive dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an aggressive dude. I'm not going to run up on everybody and try to oppose my will. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
And on that same note, if you fuck with me, I'm going to hold mine.
Yeah. So
the fact that if you're doing some crazy, wild bullshit, and I just look at you and just like, fuck out of here, I'm not even dealing with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put you in check because you ain't my problem.
Yeah.
Does that mean, oh, yo, you ain't check that nigga? You let that nigga talk any kind of way? Yeah, I let that nigga talk any kind of way. The fuck I care what he say?
Exactly. You don't give him that power.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I ain't gotta go. Like, yo, son, yo, you out of line. I can't believe you said that about me. I heard you was talking about me in these streets. It's like, oh, thanks for thinking of me. Fuck it, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not on my radar. So that whole, yo, you can't let this person disrespect you. I never asked that motherfucker for respect in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want your respect. I don't need your respect.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't touch me. Don't touch my people. We good.
Yeah.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. You be like, yo, Ma act like a punk ass nigga. Word, okay. Fight me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna step to you because you said I'm a punk ass nigga. I ain't gotta prove that I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no reason to prove that.
Yep.
Because if it was on that level, I wouldn't try to prove that I'm punk. I would basically catch you on the low when you ain't looking.
Yeah.
If you're really physical, I'm not trying to have a fight. I'm trying to put you down for good.
Yeah. You ain't worry about it no more.
Nope.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm the same way. Like, say what you want, whatever. Or even like something stupid like road rage. Somebody cut you off. People be mad, like for real. I'm like, all right, say you cut me off. You going your way, I go on my way. I didn't get in an accident. You didn't hit my car. I didn't hit your car. It's over. The whole situation's over. But people hold on to stuff like that.
Yeah, the whole trip. The most I could do is like in the moment. You know, and subconsciously I already know this. Consciously I kind of know this. But it doesn't matter. I'll sit in my car like, yo, what the F is you doing?
Yeah.
And I'll say it out loud. Knowing damn well they can't hear me. Knowing damn well I'm never going to see them again. It's just a quick knee-jerk reaction. What the hell are you doing? Where are you going? Why the hell would you do that?
Yeah.
I'm never going to get an answer.
Yep.
So
another thing I can't stand. Say I cut you off, right? You mad.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody got an accident. Huh?
But they got to get revenge and cut you back off?
Either that or they got to come up to you, give you the finger. Like, okay, now you give me the finger now. I'm supposed to be like, oh, man, I'm supposed to get so butthurt about you giving me the finger that I'm supposed to ruin my day because you mad. I cut you off. That you mad. I'm not going to be mad because you mad. That's a you problem. I'm going to just let you keep moving. I don't care. I don't care. Yo, one time, I was tired, I was so tired. I was coming back from Charlotte, right? I was driving back from Charlotte.
Okay.
And I'm like at my exit in Atlanta. I'm like, I'm about to get home. I must cut somebody off and start driving slow in front of him, right? He was pissed. All of that, I'm driving. I heard do-do-do. I was like, what was that? He's like, yeah. And I heard him screaming. This dude threw a bottle at my car, right? But I didn't care. I'm hardly ever in my personal car. So I was like, it was a plastic bottle at that, like a Sprite bottle. I'm looking in the mirror like,
hey, busy bone.
Yeah, yup.
Busy boned you?
Yeah, he threw a bottle at my car. I had a Nissan Maxima. I remember the car I had a Nissan Maxima because I used to love renting Nissan Maximas. I'm like, this dude really threw a bottle at my car, I wasn't even mad. I'm like, whatever.
He needed that though. He needed that. He had to get that out, man. He might have went home and beat his wife if he ain't throw that bottle at you.
I
You
want
might have saved that man's kids.
Yeah, I might have. I want to true trick back on something you said earlier about Jussie Smollett. How you said that.
Before you do,
okay.
Yo, the reason I was dying when you told that story, because you know how my mind is, right? You said I'm not butthurt because he gave me the finger, but immediately he stuck the finger up your butt. It hurt. I have no idea why. I couldn't stop laughing. Why? What about saying that word about him?
Oh yeah. So check this out. I was with my friend, right? It was her birthday, and we go to this it's like a regular Mexican restaurant type bar scene, whatever. And it was this dude that was there. He was feeling her, right? So this dude is buying drinks for everybody, right? So now he's in the mindset of, I spend so much bread, I need attention from everybody, right? That's his mindset, right? So, it's her birthday, so people are calling her like, hey, happy birthday, yada, yada, yada. So this gay dude called, right? So this gay dude FaceTimed her. So now the dude that's spending the money, he gets on the, let me get my phone right here. So, she's on the phone FaceTiming, and the dude comes up like, yo, who that, right? He trying to be nosy, see who the person is on the phone. And the dude was like, you could tell the dude was gay. He had a gay accent. Gay people have an accent for whatever reason, right?
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying? Black people got an accent.
Yeah. So the dude had a gay accent. So he's like, oh, so the guy who want the attention was like, yo, oh, that dude gay, man. Oh man, yo, you on the phone with a gay dude, right? So the gay dude flipped out. He was like, what? He said, how he said it? He said, damn, how did he put it? He put it in such an ill way. He said, yo, you worried about me? Are you gay? Right? So now the gay dude asked the straight dude, is he gay? Right? He said, are you gay? And the guy was like, nah, man, I ain't messing with you, man. You trying to be funny now? You trying to be funny? This at the third. He said, nah, man, you worried about another man. That makes you gay. So now the gay dude is calling the straight dude a faggot. Right? What could the straight dude say after that?
Whatever the hell he want.
He was kind of stuck. He was stuck, he hit you with the term that you probably could hit him with, but now he hit you with the term. What could you can't say, you were saying, I ain't no faggot, you a faggot. The gay dude like, what? I already called you the faggot. You know what I'm saying? So the gay dude had the upper hand on him by using that term. So it's like, say you mad at a white person. No, I'm trying to see how could this work in another scenario. All right, say a Chinese person is mad at a white person. So the Chinese person called a white person a chink. The white person got no comeback after that. You're like, what you just said? You stuck. I don't know. I think he was stuck. And he was stuck. And I kind of enjoyed to see that. Yeah, I enjoyed to see.
Very creative.
I enjoyed to see the gay guy get that one up on him.
It's funny, but yeah, I would have had something to say. I don't know what, because I wouldn't have been in that situation. But
yeah, me neither.
There's always something to say. There's always something you can say if you really want to get into it. But
yeah, but he was stuck. I appreciate that. I like to see that.
He was drunk.
He was saying stuff all night, but that gay dude gave him the business.
No, I'm saying because he was drunk and he couldn't even. Yeah, he was ill-equipped for the situation.
There you go.
He was definitely unprepared for that.
Yeah, but that's a good rebuttal. But what you got coming up this week on your shows?
That's the strangest thing. I honestly don't know. I'll know by the end of the day.
Yeah, I think I might be in the same boat. I might want to talk about that. Get more into that. The transgender athlete taking over, which is messed up. I might want to speak about that a little more.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I really I really haven't been into anything that's going on new. I mean, try to stay current. When I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know, but I know something's gonna hit me by the end of the day.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, I'll have something. I was just I'm about to start watching Boardwalk Empire again.
I think I No, I rewatched The Wire. I ain't rewatched Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, I
Actually, no, I did.
rewatched The Wire.
I watched a few episodes of Boardwalk Empire again. I want to watch Dexter. You like the new Dexter?
Yeah, I actually do.
Yeah, I like Harrison.
The son looked like him.
Yeah.
The son looks like him. I'm into that right now. I don't know how I'm feeling about Ghost, man.
Ghost?
Yeah. Power Book 2, Ghost.
Oh, I never watched it yet. I need to get up on that.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, it's like almost like the same story. They got the detective that's going mad hard, and he's breaking a lot of rules.
Yeah.
And my problem with it, like you said, you haven't watched it, but you're gonna see it when you watch it.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
he's what he's doing is like he's running up on he's breaking a lot of procedures. He's not actually breaking laws, but he's breaking procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's running up to people's crib, like questioning them, or then he's like, "Well, you can answer my questions now, or I'll arrest you later for this, that, and the third." And then they just answer the questions. Or he came up in the room and just snatched his kid out of the dorm, like, "Yo, you come with me right now," and just held him there as a person of interest. No arrest, just held him. And it's like, yo, some of these people are even like, like in the law and stuff. And it's like none of y'all motherfuckers realize that he ain't got no grounds for questioning you. All his threats is bullshit. Like nobody's picking up on this. Everybody just letting this dude bully his way around. I'm like, yo, I'm not buying it. It's like it's starting to look real unreal to me. Like, come on, did we do this last time? Did we do this last time with Pop? Like, I'm seeing the same thing. It's like I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I might have that in mind when I start watching it. If I do see the same thing, I probably would just turn that off. Like, yeah, I'm good on this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's still good. It's just I'm seeing a pattern, and I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
Curb Your Enthusiasm was real good this season.
Yeah, I've been loving that. I ain't gonna lie.
You seen the watermelon one?
Yeah.
With the Klan dude.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Oh, that one had me in tears. Tears. And Mary Ferguson. I told you to have a watermelon orgy. Yo, that was dope. I'm feeling that this year. Definitely feeling that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
got
sure.
into Succession too for some reason.
Succession, what's that? That's another show?
Yeah, that's a show on HBO. They're in their third season.
Okay.
It's kind of like Rupert Murdoch family, like supposed to be in Fox News. Yeah, it's some real wildness. I'm like, okay. It's like you hate everybody on the show, but you like the show. It's weird. It's one of those.
Yeah, man. Let's wrap this up, yo, because I'm hungry.
That's a good enough reason for me. That's always a good enough reason, man.
All right, man. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys for listening in. And give us the 5-star reviews. You know how the game goes. All the 5-star reviews we give out, just keep hitting 5 stars, yo. 5-star general, 5-star review. Just give it to us.
I ain't got no bars.
He ain't got no bars. That's how we gonna go with that. I ain't got no bars. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right, man. Till next week. Peace.
Peace.
Finish.